that single parenthood is not a disability. Let not Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you. I want to thank all my subscribers, guys. I'm so happy because of you guys. I also want to take this opportunity again to tell those who have not subscribed, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm telling you, this is the new thing, big thing that you're likely to see here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your subscription and thank you so much for your support. Now, today, I want us to think about a new topic. That this topic is so dear to me, and this topic I'm trying to see all the dimension in which I can approach this topic, and I'm hoping that the Lord may guide me and I might get the right support group, get the right support people, and get the right people to navigate through this topic. Now, today's topic, we are talking about what is your view, or what is your perception when you hear a single parent. Now, the reason why I don't want to specify which gender is because in our modern society, we have both men who are single parents, and also we have women who are single parent. Generally in our society, of course, now today, we have single fathers and we have single mothers. Now, in this topic of being a single parent, I think there's so many stereotypes, there's so much stigma that is associated with this topic, and it's also associated with a lot of, backlash. Especially, I'm talking about the backlash that these people get. Maybe people misjudge them, people may misjudge their kids, may also reject their kid, and in the real sense, these guys are trying and sacrificing their life way too much to ensure that they cater for their needs, they cater for the bills, and they cater for the well-being of those kids. So now, today's topic about single parenthood, I know this is something that I cannot just be able to go through. It's not a topic that I can be able to exhaustively talk about it in one episode. However, it's a topic that I'm ready to go through it. I'm ready to explore all the chances and all the the dynamics that are surrounded with this topic. Now, because I've had a privilege of getting to meet a few of these single parents, be it a man and be it a woman, and one thing that they're talking about, and one thing that is highly constant when they're talking about this journey and when they're giving their story, is the stigma, the stereotype that is associated with this topic, and the stigma and the stereotype that is associated with single parenthood. It is every girl's dream, it's every man's dream that when you get into a relationship, it ends up in marriage. However, nowadays, it is not a guarantee and it is not a must, because we have different ambitions, we have different aspirations, we have different goals, and we have different, expectations. So you might get into a relationship. In the first stages, the relationship is thriving, the relationship is good, and you have seen and settled to this person and say that this is my right person. And then along the way, you have a kid, you have two kids, things just happen and you end up not being together as a family. So that means that each one of you is going to go their own way, and it can mean that it's either the man who is going to raise the kids or the woman who is going to go with the kids. That means that now, from that point, then you become a single mom. Then from that point, then you become a single dad. Our modern society, and you know how the setup is so judgmental when it comes to this topic. Many will point fingers and say that you are not a credible person, you are not a good person. Why? Because you are a single parent. And so I thought about this topic, and I thought about how can I navigate through this topic. Which is the best approach to do using this topic. And I think the best approach that I got is that I get the parent, or I get people who have been there in this journey of single parenthood, and I get to sit with them and talk about what have they experienced, what is their journey, what is their path. And I just happened to meet a few. Like today, I met 4 of them. And one thing that was very constant about whatever we were talking about and trying to see how best can we navigate through this topic is the stigma surrounded in this with this topic. Number 2 is the societal expectation and the societal perception with this topic. Again, when someone comes out here and say that I'm a single dad, how is the society likely to view them? When someone comes out and say that I'm a single mom, how is the society perceiving that? And it is so unfortunate that even when we were talking and something just came up and we were asking ourselves, how does the church recognize this kind of family. How do they treat single dads? How do they treat single moms? And the next thing that I was also trying to see is, how do these kids who are raised by single parents relate with other kids? Because there's also a lot of stigma and a lot of prejudice and a lot of backlash when a kid openly say that I'm raised by my mom, I'm raised by my dad. How are those kids, perceived and received out here, and especially when they go to school? Because majority of people were saying that if we have a kid who has openly said that my mom is a single mom, there is that backlash that this person is like, or this kid is likely to have. And also some another challenge that came up is, how do you now navigate the teenagehood of either the boy or either the girl when you are a single parent? Because there is so much that is happening in this kid's life. There is so much that is going on with this kid when they are in their teenagehood, and so they sometimes feel like, I need more guidance. Like, I would wish someone else talks to me about different things that I'm going through. Take, for instance, if it's a man who is raising a daughter, and this daughter is likely to get to teenagehood, and some of the changes that are happening in her body, she's likely to, get to a point where she can need someone to guide her on the menstrual cycle, need someone to guide her on her body changes and all that. Now, if it is some boy again, he also needs someone to guide him through the issue of, circumcision, teenage life, and changes that they're likely to experience. So generally, these are some of the things that we were trying to navigate, and these are some of the things that we are trying to look at. And basically, we want to explore this topic in a more intrinsic manner, so that at least we can be able to understand and accept. And I think the society has not really accepted that this is something that is really happening, and it doesn't place anybody under a disadvantaged position when you are a single parent. And I think something that came up which was very strong was that disability, single parenthood is not a disability. Nobody should just sit down and start now questioning, why are you a single mom? Why are you single dad? Why don't you just, become, join and be in a family and all that? And a lot was said, from societal expectation to the church perception to schools and how the kids are treated in school, to the society itself and how they treat these kids, to how the society or the kids that are coming from a single parenthood are perceived and are received in our modern society. So this is a topic that I'm going to navigate, and I've talked to a few individuals that we are going to bring them here, and they talk about this journey. But one thing that was very strong, that came out very strongly, is that the societal perception when it comes to single parenthood, it's not 100%. It's something that can scare someone. It's something that can make you not accept yourself and not come out here and confess and say that, I'm a single mom or I'm a single dad. But one thing that I usually say is, body treat you as if you're disabled just because you are a single parent.